went back into poll three critical states: Florida, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. These are must-win states for Donald Trump if he is going to win re-election as President of the United States. And what we found was not a lot of movement since we polled last time. In Florida, maybe some movement backward. Biden was up 3. In North Carolina, Biden was up 1. A state that Trump should clearly take if he's going to be on the road to victory. And Pennsylvania, still back about 5 points, no real change. When I looked under the crosstabs in Florida, I thought the state still holds a tremendous amount of promise for Trump. He had a pretty high job approval rating there, 49%. The governor, DeSantis, was at 53%. He was getting a healthy Latino vote, over 40%, I think close to 43%. I thought there were a lot of things in the internals that said that if he's not winning that state, he certainly has the potential to springboard to victory in that state. So I really would call that a toss-up. In Pennsylvania, I think that the president has a better than average job approval, maybe 2 points above the national average. And he's doing really quite well in the rural areas of Pennsylvania. The problem is there may not be enough of them because he's 9 points behind in the suburbs. And this is a pretty much suburbanized state. And because of that, he needs to pivot, I think, as much to the suburbs and jobs and economics in the suburbs as he has been with fracking in the rural area, where I think he did win some significant points. Trump has been all over the lot in terms of argumentation. He tried to make a story of Hunter Biden. That doesn't seem to be getting much help from the press. 51% still think it's Russian disinformation in our national poll. I think that he has tried law and order, but I think that the suburbs really want reconciliation and peace. And so Trump's real strong suit is the economy. He's got some great GDP numbers. If I were him, I would go all economy, all the time, into the end in these critical states. Now, we do see that Trump was right to fear mail-in votes, not so much for fraud, but because the Democrats had a very effective operation. And in all the polls, we see the Democrats with a very strong edge in those ballots that are mailed in. So Trump really needs to get his vote out there on election day because he's going to have a significant mail-in vote deficit. And among people who are planning to vote on election day, he has a strong advantage. I think that is a big question mark in terms of when we're going to find out there's a winner. That's why if I were the Biden campaign, I'd be, with these polls, I'd be focusing on Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. Don't go and take any trips out to Arizona and Texas. If you can win Florida and North Carolina early on in the evening, not only do you win, but you basically preclude a fight over who did win. And so that's where, if I were them, I would be targeting my objective. If Trump does close the gap, then I think this is going to come down to Pennsylvania and the fight over the ballots in terms of when you count which ballots, could be the decisive one. I think the polls are a little bit out of that range now, but hey, we've been wrong before.